And if you've ever broken up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you know, like driving over to their house to sit on the couch and have that talk, it's like you've got like, I mean, that's such a weird feeling, you know. And you go over and you sit on the couch and you have that talk, and it's tough. And, you know, sometimes you cry together even, and you know, it's tough.
So you talk to your family and friends, but can you actually walk me through the logistic steps of the process?
Right. So, I mean, for me, the big first logistic step was what I said, which was, you know, you have to make sure you're prepared. You don't want to be one of the people who comes to me saying, I just renounced. Or we had a couple people who say, I've got an appointment for next Wednesday, you know, like, I had some help. I had some of our team members helping me out. And basically, I mean, you know, you make an appointment, you call the embassy of choice, and you say, hey, you know, Mr. Henderson wants to come in, and you know, here's what it's going to do. And I think you generally got to go online and schedule an appointment like any other American citizen, like you're getting your passport replaced or whatever. But then you call them because, I mean, again, it's like they've got a checkbox form coming in to renounce my citizenship. I mean, it's not a very common thing at most embassies. But you make the appointment, you go in, you know, and you just kind of, you know, why do you want to do it? You explain it. And I basically said in a very condensed version of what I'm telling you. You know, one thing that is made clear is, you know, if you owe the IRS, renouncing doesn't cancel your tax debt, right? I mean, they can still come after you, and they have ways to do that. You know, if you're absconding from the law in some way, you know, I mean, there, you know, some haters said that like, oh, you know, he's escaping a string of, you know, whatever, you know, legal issues or something. You know, you can still be sued. You know, people get sued in the U.S. You know, we have clients who are from the U.K., from Australia, who do business in the U.S. They can get sued as likely as any U.S. citizen. You know, if you're a criminal, they don't stop looking. I hope I can make it to the embassy before they catch me for murdering someone. I mean, you know, come on. So they walk you through that. I think there's still a selective service requirement. You know, I don't know how that works, but so they walk you through that. Then you leave and you come in for a second appointment. I was very lucky because the people were really professional. You know, I could come on here and I could, you know, have this, you know, bad boy image of, you know, tearing them. It was very professional, actually. It was very understanding. It was very accommodating. Not everyone has that experience. I was lucky too, and I'm grateful for that. And I think it was a nice it was a nice kind of reassurance. But then you go in for the second appointment and you do the actual procedure where you take the oath and you raise your right hand. And here's what I can tell you. And if you've ever broken up with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you know, like driving over to their house to sit on the couch and have that talk, it's like you've got like, I mean, that's such a weird feeling, you know. And you go over and you sit on the couch and you have that talk, and it's tough. And, you know, sometimes you cry together even, and you know, it's tough. Then you get in the car and you go home and you realize it's tough, but it was the right thing to do. And so for me, you know, walking out of the main building into, I guess a lot of embassies have like this yard between like the kind of the guard shack at the front, where, you know, you got to leave all your phones and your computers and your pens and everything. And walking out, I mean, it kind of felt like, you know, walking out of, you know, in a sense, it almost, I don't want to dramatize it or be nasty about it, but it almost felt like walking out of prison in a sense. Or, you know, so I kind of bring it back to the kind of the psycho girlfriend thing. It's like, imagine like you walk out of, or the psycho boyfriend, okay, we can be fair. You know, it's like you walk into their house, oh, I'm free as a bird. You know, it's over, right? And, but when you're in that moment, it's emotional. It's like sitting on that couch. It's emotional. No matter how much you prepare, I think if you're a normal person, you're gonna have a little shake in your voice. You're gonna have a little, you know, I mean, it's gonna be tough because it is a permanent thing, and because no matter how much people like me talk about being citizens of the world, we are still instilled from day one to cling to our identities as people from one patch of the soil over the other. And I think that's at a very deep level something that we all have to struggle with and fight, and that's there. But I think having a support group is very important, and knowing that you have people who aren't American who can support you and who are there for you. I think it's helpful.
Do you think who you are as a nomad capitalist has any impact of the process?
Well, I mean, certainly I'm a more visible person, and I've talked about it. And again, what I've learned being in business for my entire adult life is you're going to have haters. You're going to have people who don't believe you. You're going to have people who don't understand you, more importantly. If you're a person, I mean, think about it. If you're a successful business person, not many people do that. If you successfully live outside of the place where you were born, not many people do that. Like, it's pretty rarefied air. Most people won't understand the decision just to even live outside of the country. I mean, I talk to people who are in Australia, their families are like shaking their boots that they might, their son or daughter might go and invest in real estate in New Zealand instead. Like, I mean, this is like, people don't understand this kind of stuff by and large. I think it's becoming better, certainly, as, more flights, more opportunities, people are, it's more a global world. But on top of all that rarefied air, I mean, here I am saying, let's talk about it, right? I have people who come to us and they say, hey, I renounced. Sometimes for tax, sometimes for other reasons, whatever. And, they don't talk about it. Listen, this is because I so focus on the human side of this, not really the financial side. I mean, the financial side is a big thing for some people, but for me, it's the human side. It's a lifetime of the human side. And I found that the way to help people with this stuff is to come out and be like, let's talk about the human and emotional side of it. Does that make it different because I'm out speaking about it? Is that distasteful to some folks? I don't know. And you know what? That's okay. Everything I do is distasteful to somebody. I mean, being successful in business is distasteful to someone who doesn't like capitalism. Living overseas is distasteful to someone who's a flag-waving patriot. So yeah, maybe the process is different. Surely I will get more slack from somebody or from some people. But I think it's important to share the message and to help people who are struggling, because I know I struggled. The entire journey for me at Nomad Capitalist was, I wish there was Nomad Capitalist when I was starting this stuff. Whether it's opening the first bank account, buying the first property, getting the first, second passport, doing this, like, I feel it's a bit of a pioneering thing, and I want to make it less for people who feel that they need to do this, but want someone's support. And maybe that means that I catch more heat, I don't know. How can Nomad Capitalist help you? 4 ways. Number 1, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to make sure you get our new video every day. Number 2, get a copy of Nomad Capitalist, the book. You'll learn a lot of my personal experiences over a dozen years of studying this stuff, as well as exactly some of the strategies that you can use to build your Nomad Capitalist plan. Number 3, if you're not sure where to start, but you want to come and learn from my team and I, you want to come and mingle with like-minded people, learn more about our live conference, Nomad Capitalist Live. It's coming up soon. And number 4, if you want some help right now because you've got a burning issue, you need something solved, you want to lower your taxes, get a second passport, or build the Nomad Capitalist lifestyle of your dreams, go to nomadcapitalist.com and click on Become a Client.